In this video, I will show you how to print list items in line by line and also how to iterate the items using for loop. That will also I will explain in this video. First, I will open the IDLE tool. IDLE, create a new Python file. First, I will show you a list L1 and initialize it with some values. For example, Java, Python, C, CPP, PHP. Suppose if I try to print the above list using its name, the elements are printed in a single row. I will save this program, save it in the respective directory. So iteration demo 1. I am trying to iterate the elements of a list using a for loop I am going to do, but without using for loop, first I try to print the values how it is. You can observe there is syntax error list. Yes, here one double quote is missing. Now you can this one. If I print the list items, it prints all the elements in a single row. If I want element by element, first element in first row, second element in second row, third element in the third row, nth element in the nth row, then how can we do it in Python? We can do it with the help of the for loop. For loop space any variable name, suppose I in, we can give any sequence. The sequence is L1 here. For variable name in space any sequence colon. Now you are printing the I, not L1, because individual element is copied by this I. L1 holds multiple items or multiple elements. When you are trying to iterate with the for loop, initially the I is pointing to the first element in the list. In the next iteration, second element in the list. So in the first iteration, it prints first element. In the next iteration, it prints next element. In the third iteration, it prints the third element. Like that, it is going to print. Now I will save this and rerun the program again. You can watch the output. Using for loop, I can print the elements line by line. That is the one observation we can make with the help of, if you want to print them line by line, then you can take the help of the for loop to iterate the elements of a list. Similarly, I will take one more general for loop. General for loop, suppose for j in, I can give any sequence. That sequence I am going to generate with the help of range function. 1 comma 11 I am giving. 1 comma 11 means the loop will iterate from the value 1 up to 11 minus 1 means up to 10 it prints. If I want to print all the elements line by line, I can use print the iterator variable, that is j. So once we made any changes, immediately save it and rerun the program again. You can, if you observe the output is printed line by line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, in case of list items, without using for loop, all elements are printed in a single. But in the second for loop, I want to print in the second for loop, by default it prints the elements in line by line. But if I want to print all the elements in a single line, then how can we do it? Separate with comma, there is an operator called end. Ends with each element ends with two white space characters I am giving here. That means after printing one, it maintains two white space characters, then it prints two in the same row. All elements are going to be printed in the same row. That is the difference here. You can observe. So first one is, without using for loop, we printed a list item that is printed horizontally. Using for loop, we try to print the list items line by line. Using a for loop, vertically. And I want to print the numbers beginning from 1 to 10 using a simple for loop. By default it prints like this vertically, but I don't want to print vertically. I want in the same line. By maintaining some equal amount of space between the each numbers, between the numbers, then one, it prints two white space characters, then next number again two white space characters, then next number. Like that it is trying to print all the elements in a single row. So in this way we can use for loop on list items as well as on range items. Here, if you want to print them, we are taking help of the built-in operator that is called AND. So each element or each item in the range function should ends with this much of space. If I remove this one, all elements are printed line by line. So in this way, we can take the help of the for loop for iterating the list items.